Hey everyone, this is David at Finish Line Factory. If you've been following along, this is my 2002 Mazda Miata. We have a built engine turbo. A few weeks ago I blew the motor, and we finally, in the last video, I put together the new motor. Just got it back from the machine shop, put on the new 6-speed transmission, well, new to me anyway, and we're getting ready to drop it into the engine bay. So that's the current step, and then I will finally have the car back on the road. Well, I also have to do the differential. We're doing some stuff in the rear end. So all I'm doing right now, I'm just dropping the engine in. Actually, I'll be able to get the engine running in its current state. Obviously, I won't be able to move the car, but I'll be able to turn the engine on, maybe do a little bit of changes to the tune, bleed the cooling system, at least get it started. And then later on, once I finish the rear end updates, then I'll be able to drive the car. So not much more to be said. Let's get to it. Alright. Motor is in the car. Oh, man, that was such a pain in the ass. Part of the problem, see, for you guys, that was probably just a couple of minutes. For me, that was like 2.5 hours. And part of the problem is it's my jack, man, my engine hoist. It's too short. I have a 1-ton engine hoist. I need to upgrade to a 2-ton engine hoist because it has a longer arm. See, that the problem is that the arm has to reach over the bumper, this gap here, all the way to the back of the engine bay, and it's just that little bit too short because the engine hoist is literally coming up against the bumper and can't go any further. As a matter of fact, I had to do something very, very dangerous, which please don't do that on your own. I had to remove the pin, this pin that holds the this arm in place, because you can actually position this to different lengths. I had to remove it and extend it a little bit further out, just to get that little inch necessary to get the engine in. That's extremely dangerous because now instead of the force being placed onto the pin itself, it's all being placed on the bottom of the arm. So the bottom of the arm is not designed to handle that kind of load, and it's bearing all of the weight of the engine, so it could tear. Luckily, I didn't have that problem here because I only extended it just a couple inches. Or something crazy could happen, the arm could fall out and then, crash into the windshield, and then I have that problem. But luckily I didn't have that problem. I was able to get it by. I think I'm going to sell this hoist. It's still good, nothing wrong with it, even considering what I did with it. I'm going to buy a 2-ton hoist because this is just inadequate for what I want to do. This might be okay if I have a front-wheel drive car where everything is like right up by the front of the car, but here I've got a rear-wheel drive car. Things are a little further back, and I need that extra length. Okay, so now that the engine's in the car, it's time to start hooking up the electronics. It's time to start. I have to put in the fuel injectors, the fuel rail. I have to put the intake plenum on, the turbo, exhaust, hook up the oil lines. So I got a lot of work to do. Let's get to it. everyone good news. The motor's in the car. Everything's good to go, more or less. Of course, still got to fill it with fluids. I got to fill the radiator oil, transmission. I'm still waiting on the speed sensor. That hasn't come in yet. And I still have to do the differential and the control arms, the control arm bushings. I'm upgrading those. So I'm going to leave those for the next video. In the next video, you're going to see me working on the control arm bushings, working on the differential. I think it's actually already out of the car, and it's over at the welding shop. On the Miata differential, it has a carrier that the differential uses to bolt up to the chassis, and it has a small notch in it that's designed to brake. That way, if you get into a rear-end accident, if something happens, then that notch will break and prevent the differential and the rest of the drivetrain from further damaging any other components of the car or endangering the occupants. The problem is that if you're making a lot of power, that part tends to break anyway, so I'm getting the differential reinforced. I'm putting in new bushings for the control arms, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So all I got to do now is just get all that done. So I'm going to end this video here. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any need for fittings, hoses, weld bungs, anything of that sort, you can check out our inventory online, finishlinefactory.com. I've got a big shipment coming in the next few days, so be on the lookout for that. We're going to restock pretty soon on a lot of our products. So anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Have a great day. Bye.